The Bamboo Project podcast starts in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Bamboo Project podcast. My name is DonivanG, the future $10 billion man. On the way to 10 billion, I decided I'm going to help create 1,000 millionaires, including myself. And not by being a guru or selling a course, but by doing the things I already love to do every day and documenting my journey to get there. I figure I'll make all the mistakes so you don't have to. My name is DonivanG, and this is how I will turn my life into a living. I'd like to start off by giving a shout out to all the people rocking with us and supporting the channel. We really appreciate you. We are currently streaming on all major streaming platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, you name it, we on it. And if we not on it, we about to be on it. For everyone listening to this podcast and not watching it, you can find us on YouTube at The Bamboo Project. We have over 400 videos on our channel. Do you want to learn real estate? We got that. Do you want cooking tutorials inspired by Dr.Sebi? We got that. Do you want travel and lifestyle vlog? Got it. Makeup and hair growth tutorials? Got it. Basketball? Got it. Turo? Got it. Candles? Got it. It's everything us. All the parts of the journey that do not make it to YouTube will be on our story. You can find me on Instagram at DonivanG, DonivanGray, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Anita Byrne, ANETABURN. We made different playlists for all the things we are into, and you can find all of those links in the description box below. This may be your first time here, and if it is, welcome to the family. But for everyone else, this is chapter 3, page 140, okay? This podcast has 4 different segments: the life update, episode playback, Donovan's questions, and the topic of the day. All video and audio timestamps will be in the description box below. Today's date is Tuesday, November 24th. It is Thanksgiving. Thursday. Facts. Y'all know I'm dyslexic. It is Thanksgiving Day. We're shooting a podcast on Thursday. Usually do it on Tuesday, but you know, we've been having some rough weeks. And it's 8:44 a.m. Before we get to the podcast, we start off with screen time check for everyone who is new. That's when I check my screen time to see how much I was on my phone last week. And something I just realized actually is that even though my screen time is very high, I don't usually look at the categories at what I spend my time on. So that's what I'm gonna start doing to kind of narrow down to see where my time is going, because I don't think I'm on Instagram for 9 hours a day, and I don't think I'm, on YouTube for 9 hours a day, but I'm still on my phone somehow for 9 hours. So last week, I was on my phone for an average of 8 hours and 40 minutes a day. Sunday was so low. That's crazy. Did my phone die on Sunday? I was on my phone for 2 hours and 39 minutes on Sunday.
You were selling.
Oh, facts. I'm like, damn, that's very low. Let's see. The highest day was Tuesday, which was 10 hours and 40 minutes. So I spent 19 hours on social last week, and social includes Instagram, Twitter, messages, and Discord. So I spent 10 hours on Instagram for the whole week. I feel like that's low. I feel like that's not bad. Let me see. We'll do the math on that. It's about an hour and a half a day. I feel like that's not too bad. I spent a lot of time on messages, like not a lot, 2 hours and 33 minutes. That's not bad. Travel was 15 hours and 23 minutes. And then entertainment was 13 hours and 39 minutes. And YouTube was 13 hours out of the 13 and 39. I picked up my phone on average 74 times per day. And my first used app after pickup was Instagram. Yes, beautiful, phenomenal, amazing girlfriend. What is your screen time?
Thank you. My screen time the last week was an average of 5 hours and 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I know, it's so low compared to you.
I think you'd be cheating. I gotta check your phone. I gotta do an audit of your phone.
It says 5 hours and 5 minutes. Instagram was my most used app for 10 hours. Oh, almost 11 hours. Then TikTok for 8 hours. And then Gmail for 3 hours. And then I picked up my phone 127 times per average.
God damn.
No one be doing that to you when you talk about how long you've been on your phone.
Damn.
And on Monday, I picked up my phone 174 times.
On what day?
Monday.
What were you doing Monday? Were we out? Were we out that day?
No, that was not last week.
What were we doing on Monday?
Monday.
You sure it wasn't out? I feel like you was definitely
We
out.
weren't with Ariel. That wasn't last week. Maybe.
I feel like we was. We went to IKEA that day.
God damn, that was last week. That's when the cleaner was here.
Mm-hmm.
The house dirty already. I don't think he cleaned.
Yeah. So, and then subscriber check, it is so debilitating to see this now. We are currently at 6,165 subscribers for the YouTube channel. The goal was hopefully to get to 10,000, but we didn't really put all the energy into getting to 10,000, but we for sure did not think that we would drop off as much as we did. I think last month we got, how many subscribers did we do last month? I didn't even look at this number before. Godly. Like I said, I know for a fact that YouTube is doing something funny to our channel.
We just don't post.
Nah, Melissa. We've been posting the same for the whole year.
No.
What you mean, nah?
We had posted, like, there were months that we posted videos.
Come on, Melissa. You don't believe what you're saying.
I believe it.
I don't know why. This is obviously cap.
I believe it.
You telling me that from us not posting one extra video, the Turo video went from
obviously
5,000 views to 200?
Obviously. They said that y'all are not taking us seriously anymore. So
bruh, listen, I know what happened. I know what happened for sure. Okay, I was looking at something on Twitter recently. It was a tweet, and they were saying that they put labels on different channels, on Twitter accounts, and once you get the label, it don't come off. I think we have that label. Whatever that label is, I think they put it on our channel. And
I don't think so.
Why you say that?
I think we just not putting energy into YouTube like we used to, and YouTube knows it.
What are you talking about, Melissa? What energy? Explain what you're talking videos. About. When were we posting videos?
We was posting videos.
When, Melissa, when?
Okay.
Yes, please pull up this number that you talking about. We was posting videos
2 months ago.
We posted how many videos that month?
8.
What 8 videos? So that's the Turo videos.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you counting lives?
I don't know. No, it shouldn't be lives on here. No, there shouldn't be lives.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 8. There was like 8 videos.
Okay, so that's 1 month. Then even then, I feel like that's only the Turo video. So sure.
The month before that, we posted 6 videos.
Mm-hmm.
The month before that, we posted 5 videos.
Mm-hmm. We ain't post that much videos, Melissa.
The month before that, we posted 8 videos.
What videos was that?
There's some basketball videos in there. The month before that, we posted like 6 videos.
8 basketball videos? What are you talking? We talking about are those public videos?
Yeah.
What videos are those? What month is that?
5 months ago. Whatever month that is, like July or something. June.
I was playing basketball all month, but let me see the video.
It says New York City Open Gym.
Okay, 5. Sure.
All right then.
We still post 4 videos a month right now.
That's not enough. It's going down. They want to see it go up.
You be making up stuff. That's what you be doing. That's what you give me tight. You be saying stuff to be saying stuff. So
That's what I think. I think we're just not posting enough. That's my opinion.
Sure. Interesting.
If you don't know what that is, that's Donovan being argumentative.
I am not. I am being the opposite of that. Just okay. That is your opinion, and I respect the fact that you have an opinion.
That I have.
We are in a very interesting time right now. And it is uncomfortably weird because I think we are going in the right direction. But the hard part is knowing you're going in the right direction, even if things aren't going the way you want them to go. And that is a very unfortunate mental hurdle to overcome, because I think that within time we will be in a better position, and there isn't much that we can do to get out of our scenario right now. I don't think there is. Well, I don't have the information that would get us out of the scenario that we're in right now. The $5,000 that we got from the grant is pretty much gone, and we probably have like $1,700 left or $1,500 left of it. And it actually happened last week, and I forgot to put it in the podcast. We incorporated the candle business, so now we officially have a candle business, officially and legally. Ember is a company. And we use LegalZoom. I always use LegalZoom. I have 4 of the books now in my closet. I'm a collector of LLCs. So now they have 4 books. We got Quickies, we got Ambitions, we got the Bamboo Project, and then we have Ember. I think I'm gonna put the picture in the thumbnail like I did last time, only because I think probably 2 years ago today is not today, but like around this exact time is when we incorporate the Bamboo Project.
I think so too.
I think it's like almost exact, and I think the Bamboo Project was like the last week of the year or something, because I remember every time we tried to do something with the account, it was like we just kind of had to cut off. Yes, it was 1 year ago. Nah, that's not true. It was published January 10th, 2021. That video. What year are we in?
2022. I saw we had that damn company for years. Are you serious?
Bro.
We had that shit for a year? Nah, it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. I don't think anybody... I think what the craziest thing about being in this relationship is that this relationship feels like it's been going on for years now. I at this point must have been married to Donovan or been dating Donovan for 15, 20 years.
Bruh.
The amount of damn things we've been doing and finessing and finagling. No wonder you be trying to break up with me for every 5 years.
I'm tired. Stressful. Yes, I'm tired. We only had
that damn thing for a year?
Yes. 2020. So it would be 2 years in January, technically. So technically it'd be 2 years now.
Okay.
But January 2021, because we're at the end of January of 2022. So, but yes, it's been a year. And listen, a lot of y'all have not been here for that long. Huh?
It's still a start.
Right. A lot of people have not been here for that long. Maybe like a year and a half. Y'all been here for a little bit now. But the funniest thing to me is a lot of the stuff went in a trajectory so fast, and it feels like it's been so long because we've went through so many things. Like, it's so many things that we've gone through, just between me and Melissa. We've been dating and we've been around each other every single day for years. We have tried multiple different businesses and jobs because I think I never worked a day in my life. We did a lot of different things. Melissa was at Amazon. I was being a bike messenger for every company that exists that I could possibly ride a bike or drive or whatever for.
What's selling comedy tickets?
Melissa was selling comedy tickets. I feel like you had a third job. It was Amazon, comedy tickets. I guess you kind of did caviar too.
That is Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon comedy tickets. I think after that is when I got into the film industry.
Right. So then it was a film.
After that it was events.
So like I said, it was a lot of things where we just been going. We've been going and going. The goal was just, hey, we need to quit our jobs and find a way to create our own money, because this job thing is not it. And that put us on this. It started with real estate, and that put us on this crazy, incredible something journey that we're on. And I think, like I say this all the time, our life, the channel would be so different if the house was done when it was supposed to be done. Because we got the house, finessed the way into getting the house, and we were like, you know what? It's supposed to be done in June or July. We're like, all right, it's not gonna be done by then, maybe by September. Like, all right, cool. It's not done by then, maybe by October. Okay, maybe by the end of the year. Then it's like, okay, maybe by January. It's like, maybe by March. Then it was like, okay, it'll be done by April or May. They was like, all right, it's not gonna be done by April or May. Maybe it'll be done by July. They're like, nope, finish in August. And we're like, bruh. And then all the money we had just went into that, and everything we had, credit scores, any savings that we had, credit card, everything went to that. And then now, and in that process, we ended up getting a car, started the candle business, just the Airbnb thing. There's a lot of different things came up from doing that. But like I said, it's just been crazy. The reason I'm bringing it up is because I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were talking about what is a good decision to make, and when do you know you're making the right decision. And that, for me, is something that I always battle with, because making the right decision could be saying no to something, right? But the problem with that is I can say no to the right thing 3 times, and then if you say yes to the wrong thing once, it don't even matter if you said no to the things, the bad things before, because that one yes could just mess up everything else that you had. All the right track you was on, now you have to go in a different direction because you made that one tiny or whatever mistake was, right? So I've been trying to figure out what is the best way to, I don't know if it's called mitigate losses or just choose the right opportunities, because I feel like the problem that happens is I can be on the right track right now. I have no idea because we're not on the other side of it, right? I have no idea. So I can be like, okay, because I'm not rich right now, because I still have debt right now, because I still live in a studio right now, I'm making the wrong decisions, right? And I can change my path to do something else, right? But how would I know if that new path that I'm changing to is actually off the path of where I'm supposed to be going? And that, to me, is like one of the hardest things to figure out. I was watching this podcast yesterday with Quentin Tarantino and Tom Segura. It's called Two Bears, One Cave, right? And Tarantino was talking about the movie he made, which was was it Pulp Fiction? Yeah, it was Pulp Fiction. That's the one with John Travolta. So in the movie, John Travolta is the leading role, and then it's Samuel L. Jackson. And at the time, he was saying that Bruce Willis was like an amazing actor. Like, he was like top 3 actors at the time, right? So Bruce Willis really liked Reservoir Dogs, which was the movie that came out that he made before Pulp Fiction. So he was excited. He wanted to be in the new movie, which was going to be Pulp Fiction. So he read the script and thought to himself, oh man, I'll be great to play I want to be the lead guy in this movie. It's a great movie. I would love to be the lead guy. Mind you, he is one of the biggest actors at the time. So they end up meeting up at the beach and talking about having him play the lead role. And he's kind of like, well, I already have somebody for that role, which is John Travolta, right? So he goes, okay, fine. I can play the other guy, the second guy, right? And he's kind of like, we have a guy. He's like, listen, I know he's black and I'm not black, but I can still play the role well too. He's like, I'll think about it. Goes home, thinks about it, says, nah, man, it doesn't work for you. Like, I have another role that you could play. So he ends up playing this third character, right? So that movie ends up going out to be one of the most revered movies of all time. So now, as I'm watching him talk about it, I'm thinking to myself, it's those small decisions that I feel like can make or break anything that you're doing. Because would that movie have been as good as it was if John Travolta wasn't the main character? Would it have been as good as it was if Samuel Jackson wasn't the second character? And then what if Bruce Willis had said no? Or what if Bruce Willis, he's the third character? So to make the decision, something as small as that could have changed the whole trajectory of the movie. So now I think about that and I try to apply it to my life. And I go, okay, what decisions can I make that will get us out of this ridiculous nonsense that we're in, right? And I know a lot of y'all love this. Y'all love this. Get a job, right? I don't think that is the way out, okay? And that is from my experience working. It's also from talking to you guys and the reasoning that you guys have. It doesn't align with what's going on. What?
And Melissa getting a job did not help anything.
I don't know why I keep saying that. Nobody cares. Nobody. Yeah. Nobody cares about you working, Melissa. It has no one cares if you are working, Melissa.
I work and if you work. It's the same thing. Somebody is working. Guess what? It did not work. So therefore, you shouldn't work either. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Sure, that is true too.
It never hits.
But that's what they're saying. It's because you got a job. They're saying if I got a job, then we would be out of this.
What job would you get?
That's what I'm trying to tell them. But they keep saying, get a job, Donovan. So I'm like, I don't think it's going to work. But, hey, it is what it is. And here's something I've learned too recently. I feel like a lot of people listen to the podcast are kind of like entrepreneurs in a way. Either they have a business or they're trying to start a business or something to that fashion, right? And I'm always thinking that if you guys are cut from that cloth, how is it that you recommend getting a job? I don't understand. That always kind of like befuddles me, right? So I don't know if it's because you guys are working, so you feel like that's the way to go. I don't want to work. So I want to find paths and information that will take me further away from working. I don't want to be, and when I say work, I mean a traditional job. I don't want to be on that path at all. Zero. Don't want to be on that path. So I need information that's going to take me to a different path, right? So that will be things on how to grow the candle business to make $100,000 in a month, or to either get into another fair or meet a connect for some type of retail establishment. Those are the things that I'm trying to get to. But getting a regular job is not on that. But this is not about that. This is something different. So I'm trying to figure out what are the small changes that have the biggest return. So I'm talking to my friend, and I think that he has been scarred by his experience in the last 2 years of flipping a house and running a clothing business, or I'll call it more of a retail store, and taking on debt. He is completely like against risk. And that's another thing too I gotta figure out. I feel like a lot of people that I talk to are very risk averse. Where the risky people at? I gotta talk to y'all. Where y'all at? I need some more risky. All the people, if people call you risky, I need y'all to hit me up, because I want to know what type of time y'all be on. Because I'm like,
it's funny. What? You gonna talk to them, and you probably gonna feel like whatever they doing is risky.
You think so? I don't. You feel like that? I feel like I don't. I'm not. I don't know. I can't.
I feel like.
Who do I talk to? That's What kind of thing would that be? Like drugs?
Because I don't think you're that. I don't
To
think
sell
you're
drugs?
that risky. Like, I think you take more risks than other people, may. And I feel like he takes risks himself, where he wouldn't be where he's at. He just, maybe you have a higher tolerance for negativity.
Negativity?
with the negative outcomes for the risk. Because I feel like even, I don't even necessarily want to say his name, but I feel like you might know who I'm talking about too.
I think so.
Yeah.
But you can say it. I mean, you don't have to mouth it. Yeah.
So it's like they took risks. It's not like they didn't take them in the first. They took them. They figured something out. They finessed some things, and now they're like, shit. It's kind of like with the house, but you don't get that. You don't get that shit feeling. You kind of just be like, if I take on more risk, I might.
Right, and that's what I keep saying, that I think that.
And even then, I don't even know if that's true. I can't say what you're doing right now that's risky.
Okay. This is what I think.
Something that you want to do that I don't know about.
So now that you brought it up, but there's a piece that I'm missing, and I was talking to my friend about this. There is some link between where I am now and the other side of it. I don't know what that link is. I have an idea of what it is, and I don't know if I would say I'm scared to go down that path, but I think that is what I've seen to work. And that is...
I have an idea in my head.
Oh, what do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Is it advertising?
No. It's more so being a psychopath. That's what I would call it. And I think that that's just a label I use for it, but it's just being kind of hell-bent focused on something, right? And I have been in that space before when I was younger. So I know the benefits of being in that space. But for some reason, I gravitate away from that now. And I don't know why that is. So I think that somewhere along the lines, for whatever reason, I stopped being like that. And I think that
can you explain to the class what that means? Or what that looks like?
So it's being what I perceive as the mean guy for as long as I need to, I guess, or forever, I guess.
Who you gonna do that to?
Everybody. That's the whole point. Because I remember back in the day, one of the things that I would do is I'd be on the phone with somebody, and after like 10 minutes, I'm like, listen, I lost all energy for this conversation, so I'm gonna talk to you later.
Can we let's revisit this. Let's rethink this path.
Right? But it sounds mean, but it gets you to where you want to go, because now I save my energy. I'm not drained from talking on the phone, right? And that applies to a lot of other things. So someone go, hey, you want to come? Nope. I just say no all the time. And if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. Right? And it also comes down to being very persistent. I'm gonna call it persistence. So I think that is some part of it. I have just told myself that I will bring that back when I'm out of the scenario I'm in now. However, it has not been that long of a time from then to now. Because I was more like that, because it's been 4 years, before I met you. Well, kind of around the time I met you. So it hasn't been that long ago that I used to be like that. But I decided, like, okay, I'm going to just focus on getting to the next step. But the inner workings of it, which is the day-to-day of it, I feel like I don't approach it how I used to. And I feel like that has a thing with it. So, like, being in zombie mode, pretty much. I think that's what I would call it. Where...
What do you think you're doing now?
I try to keep myself from being in zombie mode.
Which is doing what?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you do now that stops you from going into zombie mode?
Mentally. Because I feel as though me going into zombie mode is how I go to when I was going to work as a bike messenger.
Right, but like I don't understand. It sounds like I guess it's a mental shift for you. Because I don't really know what you would be doing differently physically than what you already. I would probably be more cold because I can't be what I consider loving if I feel like that, because I don't want to do the thing, but I have to do the thing. So anything that, if somebody was to talk to me, or if you want to give me a hug or anything like nah, I cannot do any of that stuff because I will not want to continue doing what I'm doing right now. And it'll just be that. So it's like, I'm just going to get up, I'm just going to go on my laptop, do the thing, and then just like, no, how I describe it is being open. So I have to just be closed off completely to be able to do that stuff. So it's like, but that to me, I don't like being in that space. And I wouldn't mind being in that space if it was more controlled. Where it's like, okay, I can go to a thing and be that way and then not be that way later. But the way I left it set up, to get out of it, I have to be like that for a long period of time. So that's what I don't like that. Feels very zombie. What? I don't know. I would have to see what the difference is, but
I mean, you see me do before. Like, I think if we wanted to get out of the scenario that we're in right now, it would be very unhealthy for us. I think that would mean you'd be frantic every day, all the time, trying to figure out something to do, and I would be isolated by myself doing stuff. That's what it would look like.
I don't think so.
Oh, why do you say that?
Like you said, to get out of the situation, like right now.
Fast enough, or probably faster.
I think there's a lot of things that we haven't tried. Without, because I don't even know what what would your daily tasks and activities look like while you're doing that, or while you're being like that.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like that is more of like, do you feel like you can't focus on the I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't like to feel that way. Because it feels torturous. That's what it feels like. It feels like just I have to just ignore everything to do the thing. Because whatever the thing might be, I do not want to do it. So at any point that there is something involved that makes me not do the thing, I will want to do the other thing instead of this thing. Because I don't want to do this thing in the first place. So to continue to do this thing, I would have to ignore everything, all the other stuff.
What I'm trying to figure out is, what are you trying to do?
Not be poor. Get an apartment and
But that's what I'm saying, that like that I feel like you could do what you're trying to do without being that way.
That's what I'm doing now. And I think it's just taking longer because, and this is what I was saying earlier, is I feel like we're going in the right path. It's just taking longer. The problem with that is I don't know if we have some type of clock on how much time we have to do this. Are you uncomfortable right now?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you uncomfortable?
Because I've been thinking that we are like mellow, and then here you are talking about, yeah, I'm gonna take away my time and my affection, and I'm gonna be that's how I'll be here. And I thought we were good. I thought we were in like a decent enough space to be moving forward.
We are, but that's what like I said, it's more so like time. How much when I think like this, I'm thinking about months in advance. So I'm like, okay, we have to get through, and this is on the update for this week. We have to get through December and honestly probably January. Can you stop doing that? It's making me uncomfortable. And I was like inflamed and red and white and stuff. I thought we was having a conversation.
Oh, yeah, what were you saying?
That when I think, I'm just thinking about down the line. And I don't want to be in this situation anymore. I can hear it. It's like making me really like. It's like Togoraki. That's what it sounds like. It's like whatever his name is. Like.
I just think that there's nothing left for us to do but just do the thing. There's nothing left for us. It's like, I hate turnstile.
Me too.
I think that, like you said, we haven't fully tried it yet. But I feel like the energy that needs to be put into it for it to be kind of what we want it to be, I don't know. I don't know if I have the energy to put into it. Because, but we have this weekend and then next weekend, right? And after that, we have no more craft fairs.
Right.
So it's kind of like, okay, well, we have to make it work for at least December.
Right.
Which I think is doable. I think it'll do something. But I really do think after that, we should spend some time trying to like you said, the email marketing, maybe trying some advertising things. Or maybe even looking on Fiverr and seeing what we could do with what's available kind of on there. Something else. Not turnstile. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, as I said, I want to pay for the 12-day Grand Bazaar thing. For y'all who don't know what that is, it costs $960, and we will be able to do Grand Bazaar for 12 days, which will be 12 Sundays, which is equivalent to 3 months. And we have done $800 there before in one day, and then that was the first time. The second time it rained, we probably did like $250, and the last time we went, it was the marathon, and I came late to it because I was dropping off my mom and her brother, and I think that day we probably did like $400 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's that. But I think the potential is higher. The foot traffic is way higher there. But yes, what were you gonna say about it?
I don't love Grand Bazaar.
Really?
I don't. I feel like every time we do it, it's something. It, like you said, it rains. It's cold as fuck. It's outside. So I don't love it, but I do think it's worth doing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Let me ask you this: What do you have a plan in your head? Like, do you have anything that you want to do?
I definitely want to do more social media or more like YouTube videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are very important. So my plan will probably be more centered towards those. So, and I'm kind of used to the Williamsburg routine, so I would like prefer to stay there. Because even if we do Grand Bazaar back to back and stuff, we have to take the stuff down and put it back up every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't just leave it there, which is annoying. So that's just more things to think about, having to load in and load out like that, like making sure we have everything. I like Williamsburg just being set up and we just go and we come back. I definitely prefer that. A lot of yeah, I really want to do more online.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do more online. I feel like that would be better for my sanity and my brain.
What do you mean?
It's mad easy to pack shit up in the house and just send it out.
But that's, you're thinking about the shipping part. That's like saying it's easy to sell a candle. Like, yeah, you just put it in the bag and give it to the person. It doesn't work like that.
I know it doesn't work like that.
Bless you.
Excuse me, but that's the result of like figuring out the online.
Sure, but it's the same as the craft fair. The result is just putting it in the bag and giving it to them.
No.
Because I'm like, we would have to make, I would, in my opinion, a lot of content.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's what gets us the sales.
Right. But I think the content works for a lot longer than we do. It'll be circulating. We just have to just post stuff.
You know, that is true in theory. I really be feeling like small business be posting stuff every day and it don't be doing nothing for them.
I don't think so. I think a lot of people get a lot of sales and stuff from TikToks and Reels and Snapchats, but I think it's the learning curve of making content that small businesses need to like kind of get through.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna post the candle right now with a trending audio and then be like, and then get what I'm looking for from it. Like, there's a learning curve. I have to figure out how to, present it properly, what's the right audio to use, and you just gotta keep doing it. And I think the content gets better the more that you post, and then that's kind of what brings in more people.
Yeah, I think so.
So I can't just post something and it get 500 views and I'd be like, damn, well, I guess that's it. I guess I tried. That's not how that works. It's just literally you just have to just make the content.
Right. Okay. And that's my thing, is that it's something that has to be done.
But I can do that from my house. Like I prefer that, and that works better with my chaotic energy than having to go somewhere. And
I think we could definitely come up with some content that's really, like, I feel like we could definitely, like...
Yeah, and all of it don't have to be bangers.
Yeah, my thing is just the return on making content.
What would not be a good, like, return? Like,
the time spent versus money earned. And that's one of the reasons why I like the craft fairs. because it's more controlled, and like we have more of an understanding of it. So with online, my thing is, yeah, that just seems that one seemed interesting to me.
What?
That one, just the online part.
And then, dude, we could pay for things to make things easier. And when I say pay for things, I'm not talking about like boosting posts. I'm talking about just like being able to post on multiple platforms at the same time. Or like, there's like content schedules. There's places like there's so much stuff. There's websites that just have captions. There's different promotions that we can have. We have yet to do a single giveaway on our Instagram.
We did one.
An Instagram giveaway we have not done.
Oh.
So yeah. There's like a lot of things that we can do, like a shit ton of things that we haven't done yet on the online space.
You see, that's my problem. Where it's like, which one do we choose?
You do all of them.
How we can't do all of them? Are you gonna do turnstile and do content and?
See, that's why I don't want to do turnstile.
But you said we could do everything.
Huh?
You said we could do all of them.
No, you said which one to do. I thought you meant like which type of content.
No. I'm saying in terms of like how from where we are to the next step. What is the best thing to do? It's similar to we talked about the YouTube and the candles. What is the next best step for us to do?
In my opinion, I always think that getting in front of people is, the best thing. And that's what turnstile does for us. It gets us in front of people. But from what I've seen from down there, the 2 times that I've done it, so correct me if I'm wrong, it's a lot of kids.
It is a lot of kids, but this is the thing about turnstile. All of the older people are in the morning or they are at night when the times that we are not there. Right. We are literally there in the middle of the day after they come and before they get there.
So I think for us,
spend 15 hours down there?
Right, because I was about to say the times that they want us to be down there, it's not beneficial for us to be down there. The time that we want to be down there is late as hell. Which is, it's not really a problem. It is what it is. But the best time for us to be down there, I feel like, is probably from like 3 to like 8 or 3 to 9.
Right. I think it's.
They want us to be there from like 11 or 12.
I think it's better to be there from 7 to 8
a.m. No. And the reason why I say that is because people are going to work, so they can't stop and really talk and be like, oh yeah, I want to get this and I want to do that. Like,
but that's the thing. I don't think anybody's ever going to really be doing that there like that.
Doing what?
Like, maybe after work you said they'd be stopping.
Right. I can stop after work. I think if I'm heading to work, even if I'm interested, I am not looking at it. Because I have to be... they might fire me if I'm not there.
So you say from 3 to 8?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best time. 3 is still pretty early. I think most people don't get off work till like 5. And then if they're gonna stop to get something to eat or whatever, like I said, people are more lax days go after work. I could stop in the grocery store to get something. I'm not really in a rush to get home unless we have kids or something like that. And even then, a lot of people have a routine where it's like it's okay if I stop and talk. I'll catch my next train in 10 minutes. But I feel like I think the benefit of turnstile is getting in front of people. I do think how it's currently set up and how it's currently run isn't the most advantageous for us. I do think that the benefits of online is that there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of things that could come from it. But I do agree where it's not. It's so large and vast that it's not measurable for us right now. But I feel like if we put the time and energy into it, we will come up with metrics and it will then become measurable. Yeah. So, which one I prefer to do would probably be the online, which is better or the best for us to do. For me, it's really up in the air. I can't really
Yeah, that's it. Me, I think the best option is to do multiple craft fairs. That's what my thing
That's
is.
not the options that was presented. It was turnstile or online.
I thought it was what's the best option in general. I didn't say that.
I thought we was choosing for turnstile and online.
I was just saying which one is the best option in general. That's what I thought I was saying. But if I'm choosing from those two, I would say the turnstile. And this is where it's like, I should write a book. On this. We have to understand where we are at and what do we need. Because one thing I thought about turnstile is the fact that I think it's good for marketing in terms of people learn about the brand. But for sales, I can't speak to how good it is for sales. So what do we need right now? Do we need branding or do we need money?
We need money.
We need money. So I'm like, okay, what is going to get us the most money right now?
I think the online, because of what we have now, could really...
What do we have?
We have mad reviews.
I don't know how to say mad reviews.
We have mad reviews.
What is mad?
There's DMs that we have from people that love the product and love the candles. Look at the amount of stories that we have from just being at the craft fair. We have a lot of content that can be repurposed and a lot of content that's personable. There's the comments, there's emails, there's reviews on the website, there's reviews in the DMs, and just conversations that we've had with people that can be put into the content that would work as is either marketing or ads. And that's just from word of mouth of people that's actually used the product. We have a lot of that. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, we have clips of playing the game. We can,
Is this still on?
Yeah. We have clips of playing the game, and then we can use that to kind of get more people to look for us at Artisan Fleas. Like, they actually are coming to look for, us so they could play the game or whatever. There's a lot that we can do with the website in terms of adding videos and in terms of making it more interactive and putting more information. There's not a lot of information on the website in terms of the benefits of the candles. Mm-hmm. And that benefits of the candles alone could be its own standalone content, just a category. And that's before making it trendy, making it look cute, before making it, on those other things. That's just, I think we have a ton of reviews, a ton of word of mouth. I think we have a lot of pictures of people that have the candles in their homes and styling it the way that they like. And there's like concepts for shoots that I have in my head that we haven't done yet.
I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like it could just be me, but I do feel like out of all the candle pages I look at, they don't really have that a lot. And I could be just, I don't really see other candle pages that have people posting the candle in their house. Am I bugging?
I don't think so.
I feel like I don't see it that often.
I think we specifically be asking for it.
We do? I never asked for that.
I kind of do.
Oh, you do?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
I push it on the Instagram for sure. I always say we'd love to see what, the candles in your home. Share pictures with us.
Oh, I
say that on Instagram a lot.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
And I kind of do say it to people when they buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, send us a picture. Let's see what it look like when you get home. I think that's part of the reason why Bo sent us a picture too. And theirs was so nice.
Yeah, theirs was beautiful.
So, I just like that interaction that we have with our customers. Like, I think still for sure doing the craft fairs, but I think like there's just mad stuff that we could do. Could go on there and literally be like, did you know that? And a lot of information is going on about the toxicity in candles. I feel like every time we tell somebody that we make candles, they be like, well, I heard this about candles. And it's like, well, did you know that our candle specifically combats that? And we could stitch other people. We could literally, like, the same ones that's talking about how bad candles are, we could hop onto the back of it and be like, this is our candle that combats blah, 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 blah. Like, there's just so much that's
a great content idea. Sometimes I want to write these down. But that one, I think a great content idea would be some type of, like, I would say like a text bubble or something. Like something that's like, you sell candles? Yeah. Well, I heard that candles not healthy for you. You're like, what you heard about that? Well, they have this, and that in it. And you're like, oh, well, we don't have any of those things in it. But yeah, so
it's a great, and then that doesn't include the gifts, that doesn't include the names. I think the shoot that we did for it, like the first shoot that we did, is just a very basic, very bare bones. Like, we can do so much with it, elevate it so much. So I just feel like it's just, yeah, we don't have the time to do it and sit down and actually flesh it out.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's what I want to do. I want to brainstorm. We gotta have business meetings. I want to brainstorm and be like, okay, we're gonna do this and this and this and this and that and that and that. So yeah, I think we have some ideas here. I 100% agree that online sales is that's the thing. They're all good ideas. It's just choosing the best idea out of the three for the time that we are at, because we could be, the best idea right now could be Turnstile until February, and in February is like, nah, Turnstile's dead, fuck that, now we got change, we got pivot, go something else real quick.
I think Turnstile is literally here for December, in my opinion. I think that's like that is the most need that we have for it, and we happen to have it during that time. So I'm not going to take that away. I just don't think that Turnstile is something that's worth doing going forward after that, because we don't have the leverage for it. I think if we had systems in place now where we had employees and could afford them, sure, let's stay at Turnstile for however long. But I think for right now, the return isn't given.
Yeah, I agree. And so we're going to see what happens for December and how much the return could be. And then January, we have 2 fairs that month. And then we have the one in February, which is the Behemoth. And we have to figure out how we'll have enough money to inventorize. I'm calling it, that's what I'm looking for. How we're going to inventorize the craft fair in February. Because that's going to be probably like $4,000, maybe $5,000. I got to check, to be able to have enough inventory for that week. We're looking at probably bringing like 700 candles, doing 100 a day. So we're going to see what happens with that. And I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but we opened up a business bank account finally for the candle. So now we have an official bank account. Anybody that wants to open up a business bank account, right, I would always recommend go to a nice area. Do not open it up in the hood. They will treat you like shit. That has been my experience for the most part. Every time I open up an account in the hood, they want me to deposit a bunch of money. They have me sitting there for hours on end just so I could explain. It's just a lot. It's a lot every single time. And then we went to this one out in Long Island. It was amazing. The guy that we met, he was black. Then the person above him was an Asian guy, but a cool Asian guy. And a person above him was a woman who I think she's from the Midwest. Her name was like Terry Ann. So I feel like that's where she was from. But she was mad cool. Everybody there was cool. They were nice. I feel like they were informative. They were telling us different things we could sign up for. They were telling us to come back. It was a very nice experience going there. And I never get that experience in the hood going to a bank. The bank, I go in there, they be like, what you want to do? What? Okay, here. Fill this out. What are you doing? Fill this out. I'll be right back. I'm getting my manager. Come back. What are you guys doing here? Okay, fill this out. We're like, oh my God, there's so much paperwork. Then they come back and they go, so what are you guys doing again? And we're just like, this is what we're doing. They're like, oh, Interesting. And I'm just like, it's a terrible experience every time. So now we had a great experience, and I would only want to go to that bank to open up or do anything business related. Anything that has to do with the business that has to go to a bank, I would 100% prefer to go there. So right now, another thing we got to focus on is building a business credit. So business credit, we got to figure out how to build that up again. Yeah, I know we've been through this process before. Every year we do the same stuff, just with a different company. So we have to build a business credit. Shout out to my guy Vlad and Tori. I know y'all were doing that really well, so I'm gonna hit y'all up about that one. And then also, capitalizing a business is another one that we have to get on top of. And yeah, I think, like I said, we just have to get our footing straight. We're getting better. And as I look at it over the last 3 years, it's been a transition where we're making our money from being an employee. Well, technically, I look at it like this. Melissa was an employee. I was a 1099 contractor, right? So that's like a little bit of freedom and some money. So then Melissa became a contractor. It's like, okay, now we're making our own money, but we're contractors. We're not really producing anything. So then we say, you know what? Forget it. We're dropping everything. We're going to try and make our own thing. So now we have time. We had the time, right? And we're like, how do we figure out how to make money? Now we're like, okay, we know how to make money, but we're not making any money yet. Okay, we understand it. We have not made any money yet. So now, from that point to now, we're making money. We have figured out how to make money, and we have time. So this is where I want to be at, where we have time, we have money, and we still have energy, right? The only lever we have to increase is how much money we're making. And that is the next step of where we're at. We have gotten through the challenges and the maze of trying to figure this out. So now we make money, just got to make more and make it long enough, make money for a long enough time to sustain our life. So I'm like, that is the next step. So I think in a year from now, we will be making a good amount of money. Yeah, look, if you look every single year, like over the last 3 years around this time, I would say we're doing better. We're definitely doing better, just not good, just better, for sure. That's what I would say. What do you think?
I think we're definitely, because around this time last year is when we first got monetized on YouTube, right?
August.
Right. So this would be like the first couple months that we was actually making money and it was going up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, so last year around this time was our first taste of making money. Right. This year, we have more consistent money.
Right.
More consistent, and it all comes from us.
Right.
It's just literally now we were still, I think, a couple more bricks in the foundation, and we'll start working on the body of the building. Yeah,
I think, like you said, we're still building this foundation. Oh, and then with the house, that's the other thing. But before I get to that, like Melissa's saying, right now, bricks in the foundation is where we at. We're still trying to just solidify a base and then start building on top of that. And honestly, I would say what we're talking about today is us building on top of that foundation. It's us slowly growing just like a little bit, just a little tiny bit on top of what we've already built.
What? It's crazy. Because this time last year, or in November, I think we launched a website this month.
The candle.
And then that month, I thought we was gonna get sales online, and we get those sales. And then December happened, and then I think we was in a rough spot again. I'm like, fuck. Okay, I heard about these craft fair things. Let's try craft fair. And in January we did our first craft fair. And it's remember how hard that was.
Crazy. It's on the channel.
That was hard. It definitely could have not been a craft fair.
Bruh.
So I just think that, like you said, now we get into that next part where it's like, okay, we got these craft fairs pretty much down. We know what to expect when we go there. We know what to do when we get there. Now, and this time last year, if I wanted to focus on online and wanted to focus on making content and stuff, I had nothing to draw from.
Yeah.
So we're in a different place now where, like I said, we have mad stories in the archive. We have mad reviews. Hundreds of people have bought candles. Hundreds of people. Like,
okay, guys.
It's really a lot of people that have
hundreds.
We be at a craft fair now, and people be like, "Oh, I have one of your candles."
But it happens like you probably hear that probably 4 times every craft fair now.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, you're like, hey, you want to smell a candle? Oh, I have one. You have one? You're like, yeah, I have this big one right here, still burning from 3 months ago.
Bruh, that shit crazy. Every time I want to catch that on camera so bad. If y'all knew the amount of testimonies that we get, that's just unsolicited. Like, they just be like, yeah, I got 2 of these. There's one of the vendors. She has I think she either has lupus or she has some type of She didn't say what it is. She has an autoimmune.
Which vendor is that?
The one that's across from the black lady. She bought 4 candles.
Across from the black lady?
No, across from us.
The black. Oh yeah, the black lady. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She literally was like, yeah, I normally don't buy candles because they always mess with me, but your candles, my daughter, she be burning it all the time.
Oh, she said that. Yeah. I don't think I was there for that.
Yeah, that's why she ended up getting 4 of them.
Oh.
Because she's like, my daughter really loves these candles. It doesn't bother me, and I, am immune. My immunity is compromised, and it's like there's people that come up to us talk about, about to get married. It's our first date. We moving into each other, and your candles is a thing that we did on our first date. Right. Like, and it's now our thing. Like, what? We your thing?
Crazy, right? So I'm like, we growing a little. We're like baby business. We're like a baby business. It's a little baby business, and we're like, okay, we're just like, it's like a cute little business. Like, okay, we're doing this something now. Like, we got a little pep in our step. But again, we still got to get over this month of December. And then house, what I want to say is I'm giving it until the end of the month, and then I am taking the house off the market, and I am going to try and find a renter. Well, not me, the agent will try to find a renter just so we can cover this monthly expense of the house, because at least it was bearable when YouTube was paying for it, but now YouTube is not paying for it, and it don't really make sense for us to try and pay an extra $1,000 a month towards the house when we could try to find a renter. And then I think it was Dulce. I was talking in the comments. As far as me and credit, okay, maybe there's some kind of confusion about how I feel about credit. I think that credit is nonsense, okay?
That's not what I thought you was going to say.
I think that it is nonsense. You only need it, or I only need it, if I need to buy a house, if I need to buy a car, and I don't have any money or the network of people to do it. That's what I say all the time, okay? So, because I do not have money, credit could help, right? It's possible to help. It's not bad. It's for sure not bad to have good credit. I don't know if anybody thinks I'd be saying that. Maybe that is how y'all interpret what I say, that having good credit is bad. No, that's not what I'm saying. Having good credit is better than having bad credit. What I'm saying is that for people who do not have good credit, get money. Get some money, or get people that have good credit. Those, if you don't have, which is why I say what I say, because right now we don't have good credit, but it's like, okay, let's try and make a lot of money. Like, forget the credit thing. Let's try to make a lot of money. I'm not going to think about the credit now because the credit is low. But with that being said, what I am going to start kind of looking or doing is, once the house is being rented, I will start looking, and we're making money. Once the house is rented and we are making money from the candles or anything else, I will start looking to pay off the people and my credit. Okay, the reason why is because I'm going to refinance the house at some point. So if I don't find a partner for it soon, like next month or whatever, I'm just gonna hold it and then refinance it down the line and take the money out then, and then just make the money from the house and the renter every single month. Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the house on Airbnb. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the pictures of the house on Airbnb, and I'm going to have it where you can't instant book the house. I want to see if there's going to be any type of traction on someone wanting to book the house or not. And then, like I said, I'm still going to get a renter, but I want to see if people are looking to rent that kind of space. But other than that, I think that is it for, let me see. And then we shipped out some of the candles for the Ink Sports deal. So I'm hoping that we get at least one order per athlete next month, because that would be good. And I really think that if we figure out how to monetize the affiliate marketing, I think that can be very useful in terms of what the proper incentives are. We were thinking about possibly doing 10% off for the code, and then giving the athlete 10% for whatever, anybody that uses their code. That's what we were thinking about doing. So we're hoping that can have some good returns for us in the next month. So December, funny enough, as I'm saying this, I think December is going to be the month that we find a way to create money from the house. We will be back here next Tuesday, even though today is Thursday. You can find all of the behind the scenes on our social media. Mine is Donovan Gray, DonivanGray, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Anita Byrne, ANETABURN. I feel a lot better. How do you feel? Do you feel better, babe?
No.
Oh, you still feel sick?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel a lot better. I'm probably like 90% in terms of how I feel. Have a little bit of phlegm, a little bit of cough, but other than that, I'm straight. Not bendable. You know what it is. Hashtag Bamboo Project 2022. We got a little baby business going on. And with that being said, Bamboo Project out.